it was after, but why won't people let that woman do her time? It never fails in all of our lives, whether it's Tasiki's or Jaden's, and anybody get online, her fans just dominate the conversation and that's all they want to talk about. Probably ain't wrote her no letters, no encouraging words. Just sit here waiting to come back to tell her to do more goofy shit and get more goofy results. And they really don't love her, or they really would have told her that God will never, ever, ever bless anything that you went out to try to do to hurt someone else. It just does not ever work like that. You cannot rob, steal, and kill and then enjoy the money. It just never, ever, ever. Your mom should be teaching y'all this. You can't go out and seek someone else's life or their family and then rob, kill, and steal to get it and then think you're going to enjoy it. It does not work like that. My daddy taught me that when I was a little girl, and I think maybe y'all daddies is just not teaching y'all. Like I've never seen my mom, even on drugs, I've never seen my mom talk to a woman's man or try to date another woman's man. So me and none of my sisters have ever done that. Like me and my sisters have never, ever, ever tried to take someone's man from them. Now, you might creep around here or there or do some weird stuff, but for like, I'm gonna make this my man and take him from you, never, ever in life. Because common sense has already told us, our daddy has already told us, you will never ever have that man in peace. You will never ever have that dollar in peace. You will never ever have that house in peace. You will never ever have that business in peace. You can't take something from someone else, cause them pain, and then enjoy it. It's just not, God did not set us up that way. If we think we got away with something, even if you rob a bank and you think you got away with it, the person you robbed the bank with either tells on you or y'all lose the money, so steal the money from you. Like it just never, everything you do in life. Callie knows all of this. Like Callie would never, ever, ever try to steal one of y'all's spots or take over one of y'all's spots. Like she already knows there's no blessing. True story. She said, stop embarrassing your children and your husband like that. Now my children and my husband know that this is my playground for comedy. This has been my lifelong dream is a comedian. Like there's nothing, I don't want to be, y'all thought I wanted to be an actress or a movie star. Like I really just love to talk and tell stories and jokes and make people laugh because it just makes me feel good. So this lady told me, stop embarrassing your husband. Well, my husband know who I am and he knows that I make jokes. But you left your husband because you lost weight and he didn't fit your new weight bracket. You see where I'm going with this? Like we got to stop looking at other people's business and try to make all of this what we want it to be. Like you cannot want to be something that someone else, you can't want to take from someone. And then you can't even judge someone because you don't even really know what's going on in their family, in their minds, or in their life. You know what I'm saying? Comedy and comedians have the freedom to say and do whatever they want, right? That's who I am. Like y'all just didn't know. And now maybe 100 million of y'all know right now, but how can you say I'm embarrassing my family? My family thinks my jokes are funny. They think I'm hilarious. My husband thinks I am funnier than my husband laughs at my jokes that I don't even think are funny. Okay, so we got to be careful of judging other people or worrying about other people's business. My kids know not to be embarrassed to me. I've been talking like this their entire life. I didn't just wake up when Instagram became Instagram and say, I'm going to get on here and say some vulgar, funny shit. No, I've been saying this shit to my kids on the way to school. I've been saying this to my kids in the courtroom, sitting at the table in the jail. You know what I'm saying? I didn't just bring up my hemorrhoids. My son been hearing about my hemorrhoids sitting on that jail bench for 13 years. Nigga, my hemorrhoids is hurting. How much longer we gonna sit here, okay? Because my hemorrhoids hurt. That's just, y'all can't be out here judging people because you don't know them. But then you also can't be out here trying to want what other people got, y'all. Y'all, that'll never, ever be blessed. It's a union of disaster. You can't get past it. I don't care if it looked good for 4 years. You got away with the money. You spent half of it. The other half gonna rot you to hell. You robbed the bank. You robbed a woman for her man, her family, her children's baby daddy. You did all this, and now your life gonna be a rotten living hell with your children. You just can't. You can't say, oh, my kids gonna be better than your kids, and I'm gonna take your man and make these kids, and my kids gonna be better than your kids, because they not. They're gonna be worse. It's not. God cannot. It would be against his truth and his promises for the person who sat through and endured for him, for you to come along and reap all their blessings. Like, I hope I'm getting through to y'all, because I don't want y'all to let somebody get out of jail after sitting there going through trying to what they supposed to learn, what they did wrong, and then they get out and y'all convince them that that's cute. You cannot do that, because that's coming to your daughter's house too. All that was in y'all, all that spite in y'all heart for Jaden, and then even Jaden's fans for Rock, when the shoe switched to the other Cinderella's foot, all of that is going to come to y'all daughters. When y'all think of me 10 years from now and your daughter is sitting there and she got 2 kids and some woman just pop up out of nowhere and destroy your daughter's life and her children's life and her children's children, because it's generational. It just ain't right there at the front door. And that's going to be your life, because you inspired and encouraged someone to do that to someone. We have to feel it. One time I went in Walgreens, this is a true story, and I stole some nail polish off that rack, honey. I didn't have no money and my nails looked like shit. And I stole about 10 colors, not 10 colors of nail polish. This is why I stopped stealing after that. I said, you know what? That didn't make no sense. Now, I'm driving a Mercedes-Benz. Hold on, y'all. I ain't got no money to put in the gas tank and get my nails done. So I got to steal this nail polish, this foot brush, for all this stuff I done stole. Now, by the time I got to the mother-sucking car, guess what the fuck happened? I lost the keys in all the nail polish. So the little Mercedes-Benz key is lost in all that nail polish, girl. And then when I called the man to get the car, to give me a key made, he say $500 to get a key made. Now, this was a long time ago. The keys was a lot more expensive with the Mercedes, y'all. I'm not exaggerating. That man, I'll never forget it, because I stopped stealing that day. I didn't steal from nobody else after that day. Now, I never stole from a person, because my dad taught me about being a thief. But something in my blood said, if I steal from this store, they got insurance. It ain't like stealing from a person. But you know what I mean. We sugarcoat our sins. So anyway, I got back outside. The man say $500 for the key. And I just sat there like, and if I wasn't digging in all them nail polishes, I wouldn't have lost the key. Now, I'm getting to the end of the story because I know where I lost the key, because the lady called me about a month later when they cleaned up the rack right there and went all up underneath it, and the key just sitting up underneath the side. Now I got 2 keys, okay, to one car. $500 key for some $10, maybe $20 at the most worth of nail polish. You see what I'm saying? That was the Lord saying, where I'm taking you, you can't be stealing. I don't care if you ain't got it or not. You can't steal. I never stole nothing from that day. And I'm not saying I ain't never messed with nobody's husband. I did that one time, okay? I messed with somebody's husband one time. And it was a long time, but I never, ever, 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 ever tried to hurt that lady. I never told that lady. I never tried to sneak and make them leave her or none of that. I just was trying to share some of their money. That was all. I knew better than to try to make him my man. That was her man. That was her husband. I just was borrowing a couple of their dollars. That's all. Now, I was in my 20s and I know better now not to do that. And I hope and pray it don't come on me with Mr. Sappho and somebody come use my husband and my money. You know what I'm saying? But that do cross my mind sometimes because that was not right. And you gonna even when my son went to jail for them 13 years because I messed with that man for 13 years, I said, Lord, was that my punishment? Because I messed with that man for 13 years. So when you dealing with the Lord, you start looking for reasons, why this punishment come upon me. And to this day, I don't know if that was the punishment or not. But what I do know is it'll never happen again. Okay? I don't think the Lord